It's a sight seen everywhere in developing countries, small barefoot children with swollen bellies. But did anyone ever stop to ask why their bellies are so distended? The cause, experts say, is one of the most overlooked and ignored issues in child health throughout the Third World: parasitic worms. These worms infest the stomach and consume up to 30% of a child's food intake. But there are people working to cure the world of these parasites. Epidemiologist Leslie Drake heads up Deworm the World.
These kids that have huge bellyfuls of worms that are really, really sick, and they're so sick, you know, and it goes across the spectrum of the health of the child. There are 3 types of worms that infest the intestine. There is a roundworm, which is centimeters long. Hookworm infection, which is a tiny worm. If you get a high rate of hookworm, you can get a high rate of anemia. Similarly with the schistosomiasis, which is a bloodworm, that also causes anemia.
In Haiti, the worm problem is one of the worst in the world. The United Nations estimates that 80% of Haiti's population of almost 9 million is infected with intestinal parasites. Besides reducing a child's nutritional intake, these worms can also cause illnesses such as dysentery and anemia.
Most of these kids that have the worms are already malnourished. Then they have the added insult of these worm infections.
For decades, the world largely ignored this problem. Instead, health budgets went to prevention and cure of potentially fatal illnesses such as TB, malaria, and HIV/AIDS. But recent interest in the worm problem has international aid policymakers rethinking their strategies. The cure for deworming is an inexpensive and readily available pill that cures a child of worms within 24 hours.
It is so safe and it's so effective. This drug actually gets into the muscle system of the worm, paralyzes it. The worm has no choice but to be expelled with the feces.
Even though there's now a cheaper generic version of the deworming pill, it's still not being distributed widely to the Haitian children who need it. That was until a skinny 22-year-old young Florida man, Aaron Jackson, visited Haiti and almost accidentally stumbled upon the worm problem.
5 years ago, I was in the countryside with John DeBon, co-founder of Planning Peace, and we were building a school in the countryside. And I asked John at the dinner table, literally on the last night of our stay in the countryside, why do kids have distended bellies? And he said, oh, worms, you know, and it's something I couldn't fathom. I didn't even understand, and it grossed me out a little bit. And I asked him, how much does it cost to treat one child?
So $20 should be able to take him to a doctor and provide him some medicine, and Aaron gave that money. And then the mother took him to a doctor, and the next day the mother came in, she was crying, and said, well, my son would die if it wasn't for this donation and if it wasn't for you.
I'm not sure if that mother, if she would have never came up to me telling me that, I'm not sure if we would have ever looked into deworming again. Maybe, but maybe not.
Jackson decided to become a worm warrior. He bought his first batch of 20,000 deworming pills at a cost of about $1,000, mostly money from tips he earned caddying on a Miami golf course. Because he wasn't a registered charity, Jackson stuffed the pills in Tylenol bottles in his backpack to sneak them past customs in Haiti.
I didn't have much money. I would just buy 10,000 treatments at a time. I could literally put that in my book bag. And John and I would go into the countryside together or wherever to different orphanages and just start deworming people. We just kept doing that over and over and over again.
It is feasible to deworm every child in Haiti. Just this year, we gave 1.5 million so far. So now we have another shipment with 3.5 million. No one would ever think it could happen.
In 2007, Jackson was nominated for the CNN Heroes Award. He took away the prize for medical marvel. Hollywood actor Rainn Wilson watched the awards show on TV. He decided to reach out to Jackson.
You know, one thing I really like about Aaron and his work is he's like, he's like the Nike slogan, just do it. You know, he just goes and does it. Just like, I'll get the pills myself. Oh, I need to deliver them? We'll buy an ambulance. We bought an ambulance. We'll drive around. We'll just give out these pills. We'll meet other people that want to give out the pills. Here, take them. He doesn't wait for grants to come in. He doesn't wait for approval from certain UN agencies. He doesn't wait for a bill to be signed by the government of Haiti. He just goes out and saves lives.
Wilson recently visited Haiti with Jackson to learn more about deworming.
I got much better laughs the other day with that routine.
This is all very new to me. The whole world of international aid and social programs. It really, my head hurts with kind of like trying to drink in all of the problems.
Until recently, the worm issue has gotten little attention from international aid agencies. Deworming medicine has been around for years, but many experts argue that deworming is a waste of time and money because children easily get reinfected from dirty water.
And addressing this stuff about, you have to have some clean water before you can give pills. It's like, look, Haiti is a long way from having clean water to all of its citizens. I mean, a long way.
In poor rural communities, humans and animals often live side by side, and clean water is virtually unheard of. Children in these communities get infected and reinfected by the worms in the water, and even from the dirt under their bare feet.
It's a major infrastructure issue, and meanwhile, kids are dying.
In Madame Bourget, a village of thatched adobe homes, children run through the dusty streets without shoes or underwear. Many show advanced signs of malnutrition.
In the Haitian culture, even some kids that have like big belly, and they think that kid is gonna be a rich man because the belly is big. So, and they don't really understand, what causes the problem.
Deworming pills have virtually no side effects, so they can be given to all children who are at risk.
It is so safe and it's so effective.
I truly believe that this will help Haiti move forward in that we will see great results.
Deworm the children and we see this education outcome. We see an increase in their attendance, we see an increase in their ability to absorb what the teacher is telling them, we see an increase in the educational achievement. And it costs so little. It costs 50 cents per child per year, less than. It's what they're starting to call a no-brainer. It's like, why wouldn't we be doing this?
The more people that are learning about this, the more people that are joining on to this deworming movement.
If you're looking at the actual cost of producing these pills, you're looking at 2 cents to actually produce these pills. To actually take that production of one pill and put that pill in a child's mouth, you're looking at less than 50 cents per child per year.
Our vision is to deworm everybody in this country every 6 months. We have just dewormed 5 kids. We have 999,995 to go, right? So we're not even at the end of the road. We're just beginning still.